I got your bitch. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. They are to be ashamed. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Look at here. There you go. They're out here sharing marijuana. Look at here. There you go. The same old nasty ass people from last week. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Corner doing dope. 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 Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Look at here. There you go. They're out here sharing marijuana. Look at here. There you go. The same old nasty ass people from last week. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Corner doing dope. 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 Corner doing dope.
Make it clap.
Go!
Make it clap.
Live from the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack, featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
Ooh, what's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. I'm gonna make it. Today is Thursday, June 19th. Happy Juneteenth, everybody. 2025. And this is episode number 957 of Barry on Deck. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the program. Hey, hello, hi. How are you? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. We're doing it and doing it well. Doing it well. We got a busy show today. We have a fun show today. We have lots to discuss. We have birthdays out the ass. How come nobody told me to do the birthdays yesterday that I forgot to do earlier in the week, you jackasses? Huh? Nobody reminded me? Y'all just let the ADHD take control? Jesus, if you're here, brother, I'm sorry. We're going to get your birthday, I promise. Nobody let me forget. We got to do birthday toasts. We got Jesus's birthday that we missed earlier in the week. It was on the 15th. So that was like Sunday? When was that? Jesus's birthday was on the 15th. Actually, we all know Jesus's birthday is on Christmas, but doesn't matter. It was on Sunday the 15th. We didn't have a show on Monday. We should have done it on Tuesday. Technically, we should have done it on Thursday with Cece's on the 12th. We got caught up, and for some reason I didn't see it in the list that I checked. So we should have done it on Monday, but we didn't have a show. Should have done it on Tuesday. Didn't, but here we are. We're gonna do it. But then we got Ray Lucio, who is my wife's brother-in-law, who's also a deckhead and a Patreon member. His birthday is the 16th. So we should have done that. And then we have 2 birthdays today that we have to do as well. They are actually today that I checked the list on. So we got to do all that. And finally, joining me on the program today, let me text him and let him know. It's in your Gmail. Kelly Eco, going to be joining me here very, very shortly to talk all things Rockets and NBA. So looking forward to that. So let's do it. By the way, fun times yesterday on the private hour. Thanks to those of you Patreon members that hung out with me on the private hour yesterday. Good times. I enjoyed it. I hope you did. We talked cooking and I showed some videos of this dude. I gave you a YouTube link to a guy who many think, excuse me, many believe makes an exact replica of the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. Yeah, exact. Like, the comments were like, oh my God, this dude nailed it. This is literally maybe better than the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. So, yeah, that's the kind of shit you get in the private hour when you're a Patreon member. So, you should be subscribed, okay? I haven't made it yet, Donna, but I'm making it this weekend. I'm gonna finish up the rice that I have, but it is on the checklist. I'm gonna go buy a couple of chicken breasts and make that his Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy enough chicken breast to make his his Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches and his Popeyes chicken sandwich. Oh, the fried rice was the bomb. It was the bomb. Oh, so good. I'm still on the fence of if I need to just stick with the electric wok or buy one to put on my gas range, but oh, it was so good. The dude is magical. And then FJ said he caught the private hour, which, again, if you are a Patreon member and you didn't catch it live, the links are still on Patreon and the Discord, so you can always go back and watch them. So you can check those out. Again, patreon.com/Barry on Deck if you want to join. But if you're a member, you still have the links available to you, so you can go back and watch them later and get the links to this dude's YouTube channel. But FJ said he went back and watched it later, and then he had a couple of recommendations for me, so appreciate that. Mucho appreciated. But yeah, we just talked food and kicked it and shared ideas. It was fun. It was a really fun, entertaining show. And maybe, that's right, Donna. Maybe, just maybe what came out of all of that is that we might have another cooking show. After we got all into that, I was like, maybe I'll get another chef to join me. Maybe they'll come over to the house. Maybe they'll dial in because, last time we did a cooking show, it was during COVID, but we don't have that anymore. So maybe I'll just have one come over to the house. We'll set the cameras up. We'll get there in the kitchen on the island and go to town. But you know what? It's on the list because, Donna, you're the second person now within a week to tell me you need to do another cooking show live. The last one was really fun. Now, the last one was fun because you sons of bitches tricked me into drinking a raw egg. Won't do that again. But yeah, it was, no, Alex. It's always got to be somebody that ruins the moment. It's usually Alex. Oh, Raul would be fun. But yeah, I think we need to do that again. When I was hanging out with my brother-in-law, Ray Lucio, who again I mentioned is a deckhead, and he was like, "Man, I really enjoyed that cooking show. You need to do another one." So I was like, "Maybe I will do that. So the private hour was fun yesterday. For those of you that joined, I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, and we'll do that again. So you'll notice if you're joining on YouTube, by the way, shout out to everybody joining in. AJB, what up, was first. My sweet Donna was second. Rudy Rod was third on the YouTubes. And Keith Sager was fourth. So what's up to everybody else? So we got 10 people watching, but only 4 checked in. That's okay. What the fuck was I going to say about YouTube? I don't remember now. But Kelly Eco going to be joining us here in a little bit. And looking forward to that. So I have sent them on it, trying to connect my camera. I'll be there in a bit. No rush. So as soon as he's up and running, we'll get Kelly Eco in here. But yeah, we're going to talk some NBA finals. There was an article that came out about, and I got to find it. It was through The Athletic, but there was some discussions about a college salary cap, which I thought was interesting. It was like, is that where all of this is headed? So I thought, man, let's discuss. This is kind of where we're headed in many ways. So let's discuss. But yeah, let me say what's up to everybody on Twitch. I see FJ in early. Who was first in? It was FJ. And then it was Mark. Nope, it was Donna. It was sweet Donna was second. Mark was third. Who else checked in on the Twitches? Peepy Dubs. What's up, Peepy Dubs? Who else? Tony the Handsome is in early. Said afternoon hooligans and heathens. Isn't that the same? No? Okay. Uriel Villanueva, what's up, pimp? CC. We don't work here. We just sub. Well, plus I have a job on Wednesdays already. That's true, CC. That's very true. You already have something to remind me of. You're off the hook. Mark said my dad's birthday was the 17th. My sister's is today. That means nothing to me, Mark, but congratulations to you and them. FJ's on Twitch. What's up? Alex Villanueva's here. Nightbot, that raggedy bitch. Mark G is in the building. What's up? FJ, what's up, homie? Peepy Dubs. Dre, what up, pimp? The doctor's in the building. What up, Dre? Sorry, guys. I'm not sick either. It's just allergies. These allergies are killing me, man. God, it's the worst. Makes you like, I don't know. It makes you feel sick, but you don't feel sick. You're just like congested and shit. And Dub said I sent you a link for a solid walk on Discord. On it, sir. On it. Thank you, good sir. Raul would be fun, but I fear that he would bring certain things that would derail the show. If you know what Cheech and Chong saying. What up, John Dorian? Good to see you, pimp. Thanks for being here, man. Who else is in? Neon boots on Hempstead Highway. I don't know what that means. Oh, I have you. You have me here because of my dad. Oh. So your dad, you have me here because of my dad, so it should mean something to you. Well, I didn't know. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Oh, because your dad had sex with your mom? And that's why you're here? Yeah, we're all here because of our dads. Are we going to get down to that? Is that how we're breaking it down? That's weird. That's really weird. Are you saying that you're here because your dad used to be a listener or a fan? Or are you saying that you're here because your dad had sex with your mom? I don't know which one we're saying here. What up, B. Hannon? Good to see you, Pip. Where did B. Hannon check in at? I missed it. Oh, there he goes. Warm Honey and Lemon. That sounds like a ska band. Oh my God. Did y'all hear Warm Honey and Lemon is appearing at Numbers this weekend? Oh, Sex with My Mom. Yeah, of course. Wait, not my mom. Sex with your mom. Anyways, I digress. All right, I gotta share this with you until Kelly gets here. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, Donna said, how about those Tigers? Hey, what up, Walt? Good to see you, man. Donna said, how about those Tigers kicked butt on those piggies? I'm assuming College World Series, which y'all know me. If there's anything I care less about than college basketball, it would 1000% be college baseball. Although, I know the day we had the power outage, they had a kid for, was it Arkansas? No. Was it Arkansas? Tennessee? It was one of them. Arkansas, Tennessee, or whatever. Threw a no-hitter. First no-no in like 50-something years? This is crazy. Crazy. Of course, I couldn't even be live to talk about it because Center Point's a bitch, but it's whatever. You do what you do. Only the third in history. Yeah, I know. That was crazy. It was like they had two in like consecutive years and then none since. Let's see. College World Series no hitters. It was like, yeah, two and it was 1950 and 1960. That's what it was. Two in back-to-back decades, and then none since. Yeah, pretty crazy. But yeah, Arkansas's Gage Wood. What a porn name. What a porn name. I mean, Gage Wood. That's a hell of a porn name. Excuse me. Yeah. All 27 outs. I think he plunked a couple of dudes. Not a perfect game, but yeah. Got himself a no-no. And good for him. And then apparently LSU beat them. So it didn't even matter. You know what I mean? You do all that, and then now I don't know how they do it. Did they get bounced? Did they get run from the what's it called? I hear him. I don't see him yet, but I hear him. So that is a good sign. I'm seeing. He was there. He was gone. He was there. He was gone. Oh, okay. I see that beautiful face. I see that beautiful face. Okay, I just need to switch something up here. Let me zoom out on that. Do some restructuring here of Kelly Eco's camera sitch. Let's see here. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is gonna work perfect. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is working perfect. Now don't move your shit, Kelly. I'm fixing it so I can get Kelly centered up on screen, because like I normally have my mom every week, so I have all this, all centered up for her, and then now Kelly's over here adjusting shit. But yeah, so Donna, did Arkansas get bounced from the College World Series, or do they do that shit where it's like double elimination, like it's Little League and shit? That I don't know, because y'all know I don't give a shit about college baseball. I have no idea. This like I said, it's the one thing I give less a shit about than college basketball is college baseball. So it's whatever. Means nothing to me, but that don't mean it's not important to everybody else. All right, but that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I've been chasing this man down for a hot minute. Arkansas lost twice. Oh, so they're out. So it is double elimination. All right, well, look. I got double eliminated for like a week trying to get this man on this show, but he's here now. You know, you got to get him when you can get him because this man is hot in this business. You know, he's big time now. He ain't got time for this small ass show. He ain't got time for us little peasants over here on Barry on Deck. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me on the show right now, good friend of the show. He's absolutely killing it in the business. A man that covers about 58 teams. One of the best in the business. Y'all help me welcome to the program, Kelly Eco, everybody. Kelly, what's up, homie?
Now, what's going on, Barry?
Good, man. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, busy. I mean, the finals, the draft, this trade stuff happening left and right. Every day is a different rumor, speculation. So just trying to stay on top of everything, but can't complain.
Man, I tell you what, you've got to be busy because, yeah, like you said, you cover the Spurs, the Grizzlies, and the Rockets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, you probably still have to cover other things as well. And
yeah, I've been covering the finals. Yeah,
you've been covering the finals.
Well,
man, so. That's crazy. That's crazy. And especially, I can't even imagine with this Durant trade rumor thing going on with the Spurs involved and the Rockets involved. You've got to just be like, oh my Lord, this is craziness.
Yeah, it's been a lot, but I mean, it's good to be working.
Well, let's start with that because that was. I mean, originally when I was like, "Ooh, I really want to get Kelly on the show," it was after the Knicks fired Thibodeau because immediately they were like, "The Knicks should go after Ime." Yeah. I was like, "Oh hell no, I got to get Kelly on the show and talk about this." So I was like, but let's start with the Kevin Durant rumors and the trade talks and everything like that, because I saw you tweet out a day or so ago that the Suns were underwhelmed with the Rockets made an offer for Durant.
Right.
And let me just start with this question. Do you like the idea of the Rockets going out and getting Kevin Durant? Do you think this is a good idea?
So to answer that, it really goes back to the overall theme of why Phoenix has been unimpressed with those offers is because Houston is interested to a point. Like, we're not talking about a 29-year-old, 31-year-old Kevin Durant at the peak of his powers. We're still talking about a top 20 NBA player right now, but given where the Rockets are and given the kind of parity that this NBA ecosystem is in, teams are not enthralled about the idea of putting all their chips to the table to add a guy if you're not sure is going to win a championship, when the teams that you're watching right now in the finals have largely been built organically. Like, yes, they made trades, like the Pacers acquired Tyrese and Siakam, but those weren't groundbreaking moves. Those weren't league-shattering moves. Those were calculated adjustments. And you saw what the Thunder did with Shea. Those weren't league-shattering moves to acquire Shea at that time. Right. So there's a reason why the Rockets, the Spurs, Miami, they're only willing to go so far in chasing this guy. Like, he's a talented player. He is going to instantly upgrade that team's ceiling on day one. But he's still going to be 37, when the NBA season starts. He has injury history. There's no telling, how it's going to be when he's on your team. We've seen how KD's teams have panned out in terms of he comes in, something happens, he gets, disillusioned and wants to leave. Like, all those things have to be taken into account when you are contemplating a move of this magnitude, right? So there's a reason why the Rockets have been, interested, but only to a certain degree.
Yeah. So what do you think, though? I mean, do you think that adding Durant makes the Rockets inherently better?
For sure. if you watch the playoffs, or if you have a brain, you saw that Houston's Houston's biggest struggle all year long has been um, scoring in the half court efficiency, right? So for all the fans that were watching this team all year, if you watch basketball, you understand that defense plus Kevin Durant, you could arguably be talking about Houston playing in June, right? Houston playing deep into the playoffs. So from that standpoint alone, yes, if you can add Kevin Durant, you add Kevin Durant. This is Kevin Durant we're talking about. So it just depends on how much is his addition going to create your depth. One thing the Rockets have leaned on all year long has been the depth. Like they've strengthened numbers. They play 9 deep. They can go 10 at times. You have guys like Jabari who are coming off the bench, who was a starter, who could be a starter on many teams around the league. You have guys like Tari who could be a starter on the league. Like this team has a lot of guys that can plug and play. So yes, personally, I think that going after Kevin Durant makes sense, but what you're left with after his arrival also is important as well. Like you don't want to be giving up 3 or 4 guys, all these picks, and then in a year and a half he's unhappy because you guys are a second round out, and now he wants to ride up into the sunset one last time, and now you're stuck, with that.
I think that's the key, right? It does make you better, but it makes you better now. It might make you better for a year or two, but you might be sacrificing greatness, sustained greatness,
Right.
for a year or two of, potential greatness. That's my concern. You know what I mean? Like that's where I'm like, yeah, I get it. Like Giannis makes more sense if you're chasing superstars.
Yeah, he's 37. He's damn near 7 years younger. Like he has a larger window. There's more runaway with that kind of deal. That makes perfect sense.
You can build a dynasty, which they have so many pieces to be able to do around Giannis as opposed to Durant.
Right.
But okay, well that makes sense. So do you, staying on this just for a second, is this going to happen? I mean, is this deal going to get done?
So the way I see it right now, these teams are in a holding pattern. They're playing chicken. Like they're trying to see who's going to blink first. Like previously, we heard word that Phoenix was operating under the guise that this thing would happen very quickly, and that might have been them drumming up, Durant interest or them trying to kind of kick the can down the road a little bit. But they wanted this thing done quickly because if you have draft picks, you want to get guys in for workouts. You want to evaluate what could happen on June 25th. And it just gives you a sense of relief in terms of trying to build for the future. You have a clarity. You can build around Devin Booker now. You can give him the extension. You can continue to move forward as an organization, right? From these teams' standpoint, it's not going to be that easy. Like they're not just going to bend over backwards and give you what you want because everyone knows what you gave up to acquire Kevin Durant in the first place. Like you gave up Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, a host of picks, and it didn't pan out. So the leverage is really not on your side in terms of these negotiations. So yes, these teams would love to have KD at a price that makes sense, but they're not going to, be bullied into making a deal that doesn't make sense just to appease Phoenix or to appease Kevin Durant. These teams are well underway in their own building. And, because of the parity, like I said, about the league and where the league is currently, teams are pretty comfortable with the organic things that they've done. You look at the Miamis, the Houstons, the San Antonios, they're pretty comfortable with where they are at and their current trajectory. So I think Kevin Durant would be a welcome addition to anywhere, but it takes two teams to tango. So until that happens, we might be looking here on draft night and trying to see if Phoenix is desperate on the clock trying to make a move. So it's going to be really interesting.
Rank those for me, because those are the three teams that we keep hearing, right? But there's a fourth. There's a dark horse, Toronto, that popped up,
and Minnesota. Yeah,
and Minnesota. Yeah. Rank those five for me that you think, the likelihood of him ending up 1 through 5.
That's a good question. I would say Minnesota.
Most likely?
I just think that from the Suns' perspective, they are hoping that Kevin Durant ultimately changes his mind about Minnesota. But at the end of the day, we might see the Timberwolves do what the Raptors did, when they acquired Kawhi. Like Toronto wasn't on Kawhi's list of destinations to go, but they pulled the trigger and it panned out. They won a championship. You could argue that pairing Kevin Durant and Anthony Edwards in the Western Conference is a pretty good formula to get to an NBA Finals. So, for all we know, the Wolves might be confident in that approach, sacrificing some pieces if they know that getting to the finals will make Kevin Durant, much more, pleased, like in terms of just being around the team, being in Minnesota. Like you got to think about it. He's 36 years old. His quality of life is also coming to play. You got to think about taxes. You got to think about, career earnings. All that stuff comes into play when you're at that age and cachet of an NBA player. So, I would go Minnesota number one. Number two, I would go Houston. I just think, if push comes to shove, if Houston ultimately thinks that sacrificing two guys, maybe some filler, gets it done, and the Ime push now that you have him locked up for long term, Ime and Kevin Durant are very close. Ime's voice has always been a big factor into what the Rockets do. That he's part of that alignment process. Depending on how much he pushes for a Kevin Durant deal, that may play into it too. Number three, I would go San Antonio because that's where Kevin Durant really wants to play if he had his choice. The problem is that the Spurs are not going to be moved to do anything. You've covered this league for a long time, bro. The Spurs only do things on their turn and their time. And if they're not giving you the number two pick, they're not giving you Stephon Castle, and you take it or leave it. After that, I would put what was the fourth team? Miami. Yeah, but as far as Miami, I'm not even sure if he's on there. Like I've heard that they like Kuminga, like they might want to go after Kuminga in restricted free agency. They were always big fans of Giannis. Like I'm not even sure how high KD is on their list, right? So like this is a very interesting development that we've seen in the last couple of days, but people expect something to happen soon. It's just between now and the draft is like a week. It's like a week or less right now. So, I personally, I think something happens on draft night. I just think it's going to come down to that. Because people are like people forget that these deals and these negotiations, they're human beings at the end of the day. Human beings can be pretty stubborn. Like if you're firm in your belief and you're firm on that, that thing could take a week plus. Like you never know. It's a game of chicken. So I think something will happen. I think he'll get moved, but I think it's going to take some time. And Phoenix will have to come down on their stance at the end of the day because they have the least leverage in this whole shebang.
Yeah, that's what sucks. I likened it to kind of, and it sucks to say it this way, but it's kind of true. I likened it to a commodity, right? Like if you buy at the wrong time and then you try to sell, you're kind of going to get screwed, right? Like you want to buy players when they still have value and they can rise. But Kevin Durant is at the point now where Phoenix bought, unfortunately, kind of when he was at his peak, and now he's starting to decline. And there's no way you're ever going to get the value that you paid for him back. You're going to have to take a loss. Like, that's just where you're at in his career. That's just how it goes. I mean, you just happen to be the team that bought at the wrong time. It was worth the risk at the time, but you just deal with it and move on. And it's tough to swallow, and your fan base doesn't want to hear it, but every team does this at some point. I mean, every team goes through this in every sport. So you just deal with it and move on and accept what you can get, but you just have no leverage. And it's where you're at. Speaking of Ime, you mentioned the Rockets locking him up. Was there ever a chance that he was getting out of Houston? Ever?
No. And I remember when I inquired about this, when the New York thing happened, I got laughed off the phone. Like it wasn't even it was like, hey, what the hell are you calling me, man? This is not like they were annoyed at the mere idea that the Knicks thought that this was going to be a thing. Like and from their angle, it was kind of desperation. Like because you saw after the Ime thing, a bunch of names came out. and teams were just shutting them down left and right. They were just getting swiped left. Yeah, they weren't doing it. They weren't doing it. It wasn't
That's
going.
what.
So
That's what's crazy. Does it surprise you at all that the Knicks would do this without a plan? I mean, it doesn't. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, what? The Knicks doing something without a plan? Nobody is surprised about that. But
just the emotional angle that it felt like they were too emotional in terms of the whole losing to Indiana. They felt Indiana was so inferior to them, and they built this whole team this year about getting to the Eastern Conference Finals and getting to the NBA Finals with the loaded starting lineup that they had. It didn't work. This is the play. Anything can happen.
Yep.
But they kind of reacted too quickly.
Yep.
Because Tibbs has been their most successful head coach in a long time. And I know he has his ways, and every coach has their things about them, and he may have played guys a little too much, but he had the results to back it up. And when you have those results, I know New York is a very tense market, but they messed up.
Well, they're lucky too, because I mean, if Tatum doesn't get hurt, it's a moot point. They're getting bounced regardless.
True.
You know what I mean? But I think
That's true.
The Pacers are the same way. Both of those teams can count their blessings. Honestly, that's what I believe.
Yeah.
If Tatum doesn't get hurt, I think Boston turns that series around, and both of those teams should be thankful. But so Ime wasn't going anywhere. Do you think he would have entertained it if the Rockets would have been like, okay, talk to us. What do you want to offer? Do you think that's a market or a job he would have been interested in? In other words, is there a concern long term that maybe he feels like he's being held back from other jobs or a big job or a big market by them doing what they did? Or no? I mean, he's
no, because he's signed on the dotted line.
Okay.
If he wanted an out, he could have just delayed these extension talks. He could have pushed things back. Ime is very comfortable in Houston. Like you live in the city. This is a very comfortable city in terms of quality of life. And once you're here in the city, especially when you have a good team, it's pretty hard to say, I want to give that up to go live in a 700 square foot, apartment and deal with New York and all the pressure that comes with New York. Like, this is I'm not saying there's no pressure here, but it's very different compared to a New York or like you're not getting pressured here like that. Like, so
no, the media
you're comfortable.
here
You got to
cupcakes compared to up there.
Those are my guys. I mean, but they're not vicious like Philly. Like, we're not really vicious people like that. Just naturally.
You'll get asked a tough question, but it's just not the same.
Yeah, like New York, they'll fight you. Like Philly, they'll
they will.
They're ready to fight.
They will absolutely fight you, and then say mean shit about you when they're done fighting you. So let me ask you, man. I mean, obviously they've got him locked up. This team's trajectory long term. They get the second seed. They obviously get the experience that they needed. I said, look, this was the best thing that could have happened to them getting bounced. This is exactly what I expected.
Because I think that number 2 seed was faulty. I think it was faulty. Like, you look at the games in between 2 and 7, it was faulty. And it kind of gave them a false sense of not entitlement, but like expectation of this is a 2 seed. We should be playing deep in May. They were not a 2 seed in the West. They were a good team. They were more like a 6 seed. They had a good year, and that's what that should be their thinking going forward.
But I think it's good because it taught them a lot of lessons. They got to. It was a good wake up call. It was a good reality check.
A good humbling.
And a good humbling. It was like, to be the man, to be a real legit 2 seed, you got to be a lot better than how you played.
A lot better than that.
So I think it was really a good thing in a lot of ways, because if they would have advanced and then gotten their ass whooped, I don't think they learned as many lessons as getting humbled in the first round as a 2 seed. So I think that's good. So let's take this a step further going into draft night. You said you think something happens draft night. You have the Rockets as second on your list in the Durant trade. If that goes down, obviously Phoenix pick is going to go back to them in the Durant trade. So
Right.
If the move gets made for Durant, they're not going to have that. But let's just for a minute assume that they keep that pick. One, who do you think it is? And what needs does this team have, or what are you hearing? And just give us some information about draft night for the Houston Rockets.
So, assuming we're in a world where they hold on to the 10th pick,
Mm-hmm.
I personally have them selecting a guy like Carter Bryant, a guy like Colin Bowles, like players that are two-way wings with size, with shooting. This team needs shooting like yesterday, and I think what Carter Bryant is would be a hand in glove fit, just in terms of his plug and play. Like at this stage, I don't think Ime is trying to develop any more players. He's been here for 2 years. He needs guys. He's been to the playoffs. He needs guys that are ready, made, that can come with it, or you're going to be on the sidelines. Like that's kind of the reason why you're seeing guys like Cam and Reed have a hard time entrenching themselves in his rotation, because he's a player's coach. He's been around the way. He's coming from Boston, where he went to the finals. Coaches that go to the finals aren't interested in developing talent at the end of the day, like young kids. They're just not. You can slice it any way you want. You want guys that are young guys that have that maturity and that mentality, that are ready to contribute from day one, or he's not really dealing with the whole stress of projects and sending someone down to the G League and bring them up, hoping that they learn X, Y, and Z. He's not really interested in all that. He's trying to win at the highest level. He's obsessed with winning, and he needs that veteran, older experience. So, in terms of where they are right now, the trajectory is good, like you said. I just think that between now and whatever next season comes, the humbling experience that they saw losing Game 7 at home, they need to carry that with them into next season, because frankly, this is a good team. It's not a great team. And to get to that point, they still need, time and experience, but more importantly, they need that mentality. I think that was the biggest thing between them and the Warriors that we saw in that Game 7.
Yeah, they got bullied a little bit at the end, and that was one of those.
Yeah.
It was little things, Kelly, bro. It was one of those things that shocked me, that this was a team all year that you could just see exuded confidence. They had that Ime Udoka's, style. They weren't getting bullied. Guys like Tari Eason that you would have never expect, that you just weren't going to shove around. But then little things that experience that the Warriors had, like when they would shoot a free throw and go to give each other 5, the Warriors would just step in the way of that. And it was just little things like that. And then you could see that it would kind of bother them a little bit. They wouldn't say anything, but that little nuance of things that would kind of get under their skin.
The snowball
a little
effect,
bit.
right.
And it was like, that's the difference between experience and having been there before and not. And that's those little things add up and stack up and make a difference. And, the time will tell. But that leads me to the next thing, like what you said. And I'm glad you said it, because it's a perfect segue into one of the last topics I want to get on the Rockets before I ask you about the finals and how this is going to end. Because you said Ime wants to win now. He's tired of developing. He's tired of he don't want to wait no more, which I think begs the question, what do you do with Jaylen Green? Because if you look at his performance in the playoffs, it wasn't pretty. And, to quote the great philosopher, the ceiling is the roof, is what Michael Jordan said with Jaylen Green. But, bro, you can't have a quote-unquote superstar, is what Jaylen Green should be or could be, and get performances like that. Is Ime willing to be patient? Because I'll say this, you have your boys and y'all talk basketball, right? And me and my buddy were talking about this, and it's like, at first I was ready to be out on Jaylen Green, but one of the things I settled on was this. Every year since Ime Udoka got here, he's gotten better, either on defense, through confidence, hustle, a commitment, whatever. And I was like, look, I'm willing to give him one more year now that he's gotten to the playoffs. So maybe next year his leap is showing up in the playoffs, right? Maybe that's the next leap he makes under Ime. Who
Right.
knows?
Right.
But is Ime willing to be patient with this cat? Because it seems like every year it's a different thing with him.
Yeah. So, the way I see it as it pertains to Ime and Jalen, you know, when he first got to Houston, he was very clear. He made it very clear that Jalen still needed to develop. And you saw with the multiple benchings, you saw with the fourth quarter no shows, he was going to be hard on Jalen, probably harder than anybody else. And there was a reason because, well, going back to what you said, he can see the potential, he can see the star quality, he can see it, and he's done it, for stretches in the season. Going forward, and that's kind of the reason why he probably wants a Kevin Durant around, is because probably the best way to help Jalen develop or take that next leap is to be every day with a Hall of Famer. Like, it's one thing to learn from guys like Fred and Dylan. Those guys aren't Jalen's archetypal player. There's different skill sets. They've never been asked to do the things that Jalen is asked to do, and quite frankly, it's like apples to oranges. So you can learn things from Fred in terms of leadership, poise, control, but in terms of what we're talking about in terms of basketball, like reads and dribbles and actions and just overall growth. If you had a Kevin Durant on that roster, there's no telling what Jalen's growth would look like with a year playing beside him, training every day, routine, the regimen. You have that everyday thing for 8 to 12 months in a year. Like, there's the kind of growth that you could see is probably the reason why they still believe in Jalen. Because, granted the playoffs were bad. They were really bad. But Jalen understands, what is at stake, and more importantly, what he has to do internally to become the player that everyone thinks he can be. So that's why you still see Houston being super high on him and his potential, and yada yada yada.
He needs a superstar to teach him how to be a superstar. I mean, that's you see it all the time,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I use the example all the time of the Astros. It happened in this city not once but twice, and a lot of people don't really recognize the second time that it happened. But the first time it happened was when the Astros went on their first run. They brought in guys like Carlos Beltran and Brian McCann, but Carlos Beltran really was the big one. But he taught these guys how to be professionals and stars and win, and guys like Altuve
Right.
and Correa. Those were young guys that really were they had all the talent in the world. They were kind of at where Jaylen Green is now. You recognize their greatness, but they didn't know how to win and be superstars. And so they brought in certain guys to teach them that, like Carlos Beltran. But there's a guy right now that's one of the best pitchers in baseball that is the Astros ace, bona fide stud, Hunter Brown. And he got to sit and watch Justin Verlander, his idol, for a year and a half. And he just got to absorb from one of the greatest pitchers of all time. And now look at him. And before, when he was, coming up, you could see he had good stuff, but he was, you could see it. It was just like Jaylen Green. You were like, okay, that kid could be great, but he was at 4.5 ERA, all over the place, making dumb mistakes. But then after a year and a half of sitting and watching and learning and picking the brain of Justin Verlander, dude's unhittable. And so hopefully, the Rockets can get Jaylen Green's version of Justin Verlander to teach him how to be their ace. That would be fantastic. Either that or they're just going to have to move on because can't keep having what happened in the playoffs. That's not going to
For sure.
Tell me about these finals, man. First things first. I saw somebody say that Adam Silver is like, we're looking into it because, quote unquote, we're looking into it because these finals have been a disappointment. First, do you think they've been a disappointment? And second, do you think it's because it's two markets that a lot of people don't care about? And by that, I mean the casuals.
So, if you are a basketball purist, if you just like the game for the game, then these finals have been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like the level of coaching, the level of adjustments, the star players, just the in-game happenings have been fascinating. If you are a casual, which is what the league has to cater to, these have been a dud.
Uh-huh.
And you go back to the lack of storylines in terms of drama. There's no dramatics. There's no villain. There's no Draymond Green versus a LeBron. Like, there's none of that. There's no Steph Curry that people are trying to take down. It's hard to get attached emotionally to these finals if you're a casual. Going back to what you said about the small market, but just going. If you look at the main characters in this series, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Tyrese Halliburton, like, maybe you can get behind Tyrese if you feel like he was slighted by being the most overrated player, and some people have gleaned to that. But if you're just watching it, if you're just at home, turn on the ABC, you're not really moved by anything. Like, if you're a casual fan, like, there's no the presentation has been subpar.
Mm-hmm.
The overall feel of the finals doesn't feel like an NBA finals. Like, I remember being there for game one thinking, this feels like we're in November. Like, it feels like a November game. It didn't feel like that grandeur that we're used to seeing in NBA finals, right? So the league has a lot of things to do in terms of, they got a lot of work to do, period. The All-Star game is a mess. This is a mess. Like, and I know they want to slice it different ways in terms of, is the most watched thing in June. Okay. Compared to what we talking about, like Power? Like,
yeah,
I
it might be
understand.
the most watched thing in June, but I just did a story yesterday on this show that said streaming finally overtook cable and network TV. So that's probably what they're comparing it to. Ain't nobody watching cable and network TV. That's why it's the most watched thing on there, because ain't nobody watching that shit no more. So
exactly, you got to find a way to cater to the kids, the streaming era. You got to find a way to adapt, and maybe the league has to get as desperate as incorporating some of those Kai Cenats and those. Like, you might have to get to that if you're talking about that huge viewership base, because those streamers are killing. Like, you talk about, like, people that have those kids have those large audiences. If the league if Silver wants to get really creative, you might have to do some things, because I don't know, like,
maybe
it's hard to sell it if you exactly watch along, like, just anything to get the numbers up.
Yeah,
because,
I
like,
mean,
the TV deal's coming in. You got to prove it.
Yeah, like, they could do one of those. I used to do this on this show during Thursday Night Football. I had a partnership with Twitch where every couple of Thursdays I would do a watch along. Now, they wouldn't let me actually show the game. There was one where I was selected to be able to do the games, but a lot of times it would be where I would watch the game. People would join me on the stream, and I would just talk about the game, talk with the chat. But those guys could partner with the NBA, kind of like the Manning cast. But a younger, hipper version of that for the youth, man, and the culture. Yeah. And oh my God, that would blow up. That they would kill it with that. Like, but I'm with you.
They just got to get creative.
Do something.
They got to get creative.
Yeah.
It's not great.
As far as the game,
but the basketball's been amazing.
I totally agree with you, and I will say this though. Cece said that she can hear you fine. I'm kind of low. My audio. I don't know. I'll try to bump it up a little bit, CC. As far as I did make one observation that they're just letting Shai get away with murder on the offensive end. Like, I've been shocked at that. It's crazy to me how many shoves this dude gets away with on the offensive end. I'd never seen anything like it. I mean, I know you look back at highlights of like Jordan and stuff like that, and he gets away with this little shoves every once in a while, but it's egregious, man. Are they just like, we're just letting them play? Like, what? I don't think I've ever seen anything like this with him. Am I
I think yes and no. I mean, he does take a lot of contact, and he's mastered the art of drawing it in terms of people will swipe down in his arm, hit his finger, and in today's rule, you touch the arm, you touch the elbow, it's a foul. So, if anything, he's perfected the art of getting to the line. Now, for fans that don't want to see 70 free throws in the game, I do understand. It slows the game down. You want to see the guys play, and it makes the product not as great. But if you look at the if you take out the free throws and you just look at what he's doing on the court, it's fascinating. He's a guy. He's such a gifted scorer. He's a 3-level savant. Like he's able to get to his spots better than arguably anybody in this league right now. So yes, he does get a lot of contact. He does get a lot of calls, but a lot of those calls are warranted. So I would say 90% of those calls are warranted. So the 10% is where the gripe comes in, and I definitely understand that.
So what are we going to see? I mean, this is what OKC's up 3-2. Is this over tonight? They're in Indiana.
No,
Tyrese.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, he's
it's
got
the
the
emotional.
calf injury,
I think
right?
the emotional game 6 is coming. I think the thing is going 7.
You do?
Emotional, yeah. I just think that this Thunder team is not mature enough to go on the road and close it out like this. They're gonna take their foot off the gas a bit. They know the Pacers are gonna come with it. The crowds are gonna be electric. Everything's gonna be on fire. Tyrese's health is in the air, so if he plays, it's gonna be like that Paul Pierce thing when he come on the wheelchair and just galvanizes the group and just takes it to another level. So I do think that they have everything going for them. And plus, you probably want to win the finals in front of your home crowd. So I do understand, if they were to mail it in tonight. I do.
You think he's gonna come out with a little doo-doo in his pants like Pierce did too? Yeah, a little boo-boo. That wasn't poop, man. It wasn't poop. Okay, but a little bit. No,
that was crazy. That was egregious.
That was wild. All right, so you think it goes 7, huh? You think it goes 7?
Yeah.
OKC wins it on their home court?
Yeah, I think it goes 7.
Interesting. All right. OKC favored by 5.5 in this game 6 tonight.
I would take that. I would take that. Those odds in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
If you're for the Pacers, they're gonna cover. Yeah, it's 100%.
Nice. What is the latest? Yeah. I haven't looked the latest on Halliburton's health. I guess he's questionable.
It's a game time decision. Game time decision. Yeah, he's gonna play. He's not missing this game for the world. It doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter what you're doing.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though, man, about something like that. And I say this all the time about guys with injuries. I admire the tenacity to want to play, but sometimes you become a detriment if you look.
You're holding your team back.
Yeah, because
you look at TJ McConnell, the great white hope.
There's there's some guys that when they're at 70%, they're still better than most of the cats on the floor. But I don't know that Tyrese Halliburton at 70% is one of those guys. You know what I mean? Like a LeBron or a Jordan, yes, but Tyrese Halliburton at 70% was getting blown by when he got injured. That's why they took his ass out, because he was getting abused. So I don't know. I appreciated it, and I appreciate it. I admire it. But damn, bro, just do your team a favor and let healthy people play, because I think they're better off, because he didn't score. He had 4 points, but that was from the line. Like he was 0 for 6.
Yeah, he didn't make an impact.
Don't play.
He was a detriment to his guys,
Yeah,
for sure.
I just think I don't think that's smart, but like you said, great. Let TJ McConnell play. That dude is he's an interesting cat, to say the least. Did you see? I didn't know his sister played the WNBA, and his dad looks kind of weird, bro. They keep showing his dad. And I know it's supposed to be inspirational, but his dad looks like he used to beat him with like a garden hose. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my God.
I've seen the photos and you could just tell that TJ was scared of him as a kid, because they just show him and he's like, yeah. And it's like, oh, he used to beat the shit out of him. He definitely, that's the only reason he's great. It wasn't motivation, it was fear, bro. You could tell he done been beat with a.
It worked.
Man, I guess, but damn, for what? Like, I'm surprised he doesn't play in a t-shirt, like a long sleeve. Like, hey, TJ, why do you play in a long sleeve? Well, I just got used to it from hiding the bruises, so I just still play. I don't know. Dad looks mean as shit. Oh my God,
that was funny as hell.
Man, I appreciate you doing this, Kelly. I had so many questions, and there was only one person that could answer them all, and that was you, homie.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Much love. Thanks for doing this. Tell the people how they can get in touch with you.
Twitter, Blue Sky, Kelly. What's my thing? Kelly Eco. Yeah, one word. I'll be forgetting.
I'll do it, but I am going to let you do it. But
so subscribe to The Athletic. We got a lot of stuff coming out. Stay tuned, and then stick around. Keep watching Barry on Deck.
Yeah,
every day.
I'm still subscribed to The Athletic, by the way. I'm still rolling. By the way, real quick, do you have time for one question? Total Dallas had a question for you in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah.
He said, Kelly, where does Dallas and Flag finish next year?
It's a good question. I would say I would put them in that playing mix. You know, 35 to 43 wins. Health depending, obviously. If Kyrie comes back with enough time, with enough runway between his return and April, I could see them making a run at the play-in. Because they finished this year. They made the play-in this year, yeah. And so I do think that they could stay at that same level, if not a little better. Cooper is going to obviously help tremendously to see how that translates to actual NBA basketball is going to be super interesting. But I do think that they have a shot at making the plan next year for sure.
The following year, watch out. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Kyrie's obviously a year older. I don't know where AD is going to be. But I tell you what, if they manage to somehow keep that whole roster together, if it's AD, Cooper Flag, Kyrie, and the depth that they have, people forget.
Yeah.
That's a deep Dallas team when they made the trade. I know a lot of people hated the trade, and it was shocking and all of that. But that was a Dallas team that I think you and I talked about it. That's a good Dallas team. Lost in all of that is how deep it is and how good it is outside of trading one of their top 5 players in the NBA. It's still a really good basketball team. And then you're adding Cooper Flag to it. Dallas is going to get slept on a little bit, I think, over the next year and a half to 2 years. But this is a good basketball team. So,
no, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, I appreciate it, Kelly. Thanks for doing this, brother. Talk soon.
All right.
All right, y'all. That's Kelly Eco. Joins us when he can, when he makes time for the peoples. That's always good to talk to him, man. Wealth of knowledge. That was fantastic. He took way more time than I expected to do that, but that was dope. Really great insight, too. A lot of good info about the Rockets. I had been, oh, my God, so many questions that I needed answered. CC, is this better? Is my audio better? Is it any better? Hello. Test. 1, 2, 1, 2. Test. Test. 1, 2. I don't know. Is it any better, CC? Let me know if it's any better. Hey, Angry Amish, thank you for subscribing. Angry Amish resubscribed for 9 months. Much love, Angry Amish. So, was it after I turned it up or, C, okay. All right. I had to turn it up or some shit. I don't know what it was. Oh, I might have lowered it there. Yeah, that might have been it. I don't know. Awesome. Yeah, that was great. Key said I'm a little bit behind, but NBA actually tried to do something with Kevin Hart and his crew. Plastic Cup Boys and ESPN. I'm just not sure it took off. Yeah, see, I think doing something like that, I think that was the wrong thing. That's not what Kelly was talking about. Because he has a really good point, man. You gotta capture the youths. Did you say youths? Yeah, I think you gotta go after like, you gotta get. So that thing that I read yesterday about, the streaming markets versus cable and broadcast TV. Old people are on broadcast TV and cable. Right now, the reason why streaming passed it finally is because they're moving to streaming, but you're going to get the old heads. But if you want the youth who aren't watching TV anymore, then you need to get streamers. The Plastic Cup Boys and Kevin Hart, that's one thing, but honestly, I think people have Kevin Hart fatigue. I just do. I think that people get sick of celebrities at a certain point. They just get oversaturated with shit. Now, some people, it's going to draw a certain amount. But I think there comes a point where there's like law of diminishing returns for certain people. The Mannings, the Kelseys, Kevin Hart, Shaq. You know what I mean? Like, I think now there's some balance too. Like the TNT broadcast, they balance that with Barkley and Smith and Ernie, and it becomes this thing where it's not just one person, so it's balanced. You know what I mean? It's not just Shaq. so you get more. But I think if it's just the Mannings, you get a little it's just like this show. This is why having guests is good. You guys get sick of me. You get sick of my face. So I got to mix it up. I need to bring in some fresh meat. Poor choice of words. These are so delicious. You guys have to get one. This is the sparkling ice. This is the Starburst fruit punch. Oh, so good. What up, Joe Pro? Good to see you, buddy. But Kelly killed it. Fantastic job, Kelly. Hey, B-Hanna, thank you for resubscribing, buddy. B-Hanna resubscribed for 32 months. Oh, my God, sir. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, finally, I don't have The Rock. I thought I had it. Amos said Kevin Guy and Drewski are funny as hell together. Yeah. Oh, I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Drewski's fucking hilarious. Drewski's some of his videos that he does with them little with the rappers and shit, they're hilarious. They're like hilarious. Like for real. But excuse me. Oh my goodness. But I need to share this with you because it has happened, ladies and gents. I miss Kelly Eco. Can you get him back on? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jumbo said it was good to hear Mr. Eco on my way home. How long has it been since we've had a guest? Yeah, like I said, it's been a hot ass minute, man. I mean, we have Jenny's mom every Monday. That's partly why we have Jenny's mom every Monday. Breaks up the monotony of the show. So, yeah. Shut up, Tony. Jackass. I'm happy to report I finally fixed the problem. I got it! Fucking finally! It only took 2.5 to 3 goddamn weeks. But I finally figured out the issues going on the goddamn One Star Kids website, what the problem was. Now, I didn't figure it out by myself. I will say that. It wasn't just me. I had a hunch, but it was not. 'Twas not just me. Nope. ChatGPT. So whoever earlier was like, "Hey, just ask ChatGPT." Well, you were right. Yeah, once again, you was right. but I got it. I got it now. I got it. Yeah. So this is what the website looks like. This is the One Star Kids website, right? And if you'll notice when I do this now, oh wait, that's not this. There you go. Look. Oh my God. What? It worked. What? Thank bejesus. Look at that. And what? Come on. Oh, praise God. Finally works. See? Look at that. And then it just resizes like it's supposed to. It grows. Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good. So, and I still only have the one shirt up though. So, I just got to get I've got the one kid shirt up, and I got to fix this. This is not how it's supposed to look. But, yeah, I'm finally got that fucking, this was one little picture was what was killing me. But it's fixed, and I can stop obsessing about it. That's it. That's what was killing me for 2.5 weeks. So we're done. We're done. No months. I don't have to worry about that shit no more. It's done. You may have heard, actually, you know what? We'll do that in a minute. Because, hold on. My downloads. Whoop. Woo. Hold on. Hold the gosh darned phone. Uh-oh. We have so many birthdays to get to today. Oh, daddy. Yeah, we got to do birthdays. So let's do that. Let's get to our birthdays because I'm not missing them again. I'm not doing that. What the shit is that? Yeah. I'm not fucking that up again. I'm not doing 25 shots, jackass. You know, lost your damn mind. 25 shots. Está loco. Well, Joe, bro. Frank. Yeah, 25 shots. I would be. Are you trying to kill me? Is that what you're trying to do? Hold on. And paste. Yes. Oh. What? There we go. Oh my. Oh shit. Okay. Let's do birthdays. Come on, let me get. Oh, do I? Yeah, I got a little bit in here. I'm just gonna do one. I'm gonna do one there. Look, come on. Let's get this show on the road. Let's go. Did you just say I want the laser printer? You mean the 3D printer, you jackass? I mean, I have a laser printer that you could have since you fucked that up. Now that's all you get is the laser printer, you dumbass. That's it. You get the laser printer, jackass. That's all you get now. CC still gets the ice machine. Yo! Yo! Happy birthday, Jesus! Total Dallas. Well, Dallas said, fake news. Jesus' birthday is on the 25th. No, it's not. He's got 2 of them, apparently. It's his birthday year. Jesus, I am so very sorry that it escaped me. I apologize. Learn to apologize. They say better late than never. That's not true. You deserved way better, sir. You deserved more. But just know I love you. By God. Joe Bro said, Merry Christmas, everybody. Man, this year flew by. Wow. Oh, Dubs from way downtown. Dubs says, don't worry, Jesus forgives. Yo, that is hilarious. Oh my God, Dubs. That is so funny. Oh my God, I almost choked on my spit. Fucking Dubs. You just won the chat for the week. Oh my God. 40 minutes left in the week and Dubs stole the chat. Oh my God, Dubs. Fantastic. Hey, Sus, I love you, buddy. I hope you had... CC, my mom enters the chat. Total Dallas, best gift, sandals. Y'all leave Jesus alone. Oh my God, Jesus, I hope it was great, man. And again, I failed you, but I want you to know it was never intentional. I know a lot of people have let you down in your life, Jesus, and none of us ever intended to, but a lot of us find our way back to you eventually. One way or another. Happy birthday, Jesus. I love you, buddy. We all do. In our own ways. I guess. I don't know. This is weird. Also, happy birthday to my boy, Ray. My dog. My man, my brother-in-law, actually, Ray Lucio, had a birthday on the 16th. Go figure. Yeah, that's correct. You heard that right, party people. Ray Lucio, and he is a deckhead. That is correct. You read that right. Ray Lucio had a birthday. Yeah, we gotta keep that going. Bitch, I said go. Happy birthday, Ray. I had birthday lunch with Ray like last weekend, so it was, yeah. It was, we got to say it face to face to face. So no biggie there. But of course, he's still a deckhead, and he still gets what he gets, which is a happy birthday on the show. You still get a shout out. That's right. Yes, you do. You always get a shout out on the show. Even if you're family, you still get a shout out for being a deckhead. So much love to you, Ray. Appreciate you, big dog. Happy birthday to you, homie. Not to be outdone. Not to be outdone. Keith! Go, Keith. It's your birthday. My long talk brethren, Keith. Big dog. Keith, what are you gonna do today, man? You just gonna plant some shit? You gonna get out there and mow? Just gonna do some yard work? What do you get? What did you ask for your birthday? Do you get gifts, Keith? Do you get lawn talk stuff? Oh shit, I almost spilt my damn drink. Do you get lawn stuff, Keith? He said, my golf buddy. Are you getting anything for the lawn, Keith? That's the real question. I want to know. Are you going to be like, I want a new lawnmower? Any man that asks for a lawnmower for his birthday is a dumbass, Keith. You gotta bit that shit on your own time. Don't waste a gift. That's ridiculous. Although I feel like Keith would. Either way though, Keith, my friend, you know what? I don't hope you get roadhead. Nope. I hope you get roadhead. I hope you get head on a riding lawnmower, sir. That's right. How great would that be? Yes. Okay. That's just me? Just me. I feel like it's just me. I think head on a riding lawnmower would be great, but it's whatever. Lawn head, there you go. Hope you get lawn head. There you go, Joe Pro gets me. All right, and then we got one more, not to be outdone. Skiggity! Skiggity big in the building. Happy birthday, Skiggity big, my dog. Hope you have a good one, man. Now, you know, I hope you don't give, I hope you don't get lawn head. I hope you get road head. I don't want Jesus to get, you know what? Have a good one, Skiggity. Get all the head you can get, brother. Or give it if that's your thing. I mean, fuck, you know. Just, listen, this is super weird. I'm going to drink everything that's in here. That's my pledge to you all. Because I missed Jesus's a week ago and Ray's. And we got 2 more. And I don't know how much is left in here. It sounds like a lot. I don't know if it will be, but we'll see. We're gonna see. Laura's gonna be pissed. It's whatever. Daddy hadn't been. We got what, 30 minutes left? We'll see how the rest of this shit goes. We're gonna find out. I haven't eaten today either, so this could be a mess for the next 35 minutes. But hey, fuck them. But yo, happy birthday, Jesus. Happy birthday, Ray. Happy birthday, Keith. Happy birthday, Skiggity. Cheers to all 4 you raggedy bitches. I hope they were or are great birthdays. Cheers, everybody. Drink, drink, drunk. Okay, that was 3. Okay. Wow. Whew, boy. That was a mistake. Yep. That was a mistake. Okay. There was a lot more in there than I thought. Oh boy. She's gonna be pissed. Okay. Well, listen, if you guys hear on the news at some point later tonight or tomorrow about a bearded man in spring running down Rayford with his dick out, pay it no mind. It means nothing. Jesus. That was hot, too. Fuck. That was very hot. Donna said, oh, Lordy. John Dorier said, let the fun begin. Yeah, oh, boy. I don't know about that. That was not smart. I will say that. I probably shouldn't have done that. Yeah. You ever done something and then immediately regret it? Yep. Just me. Just now. Yep. I did. Hey, real quick, I do want to say thank you to those of you that sent in a Thankful Thursday. Much love to you. Thank you for supporting the show. Sylvia, Jen, Cece, PB Dubs, thank you guys for your Thankful Thursdays. You guys are the best. Always appreciate you supporting the show. Sylvia said happy BOD Thankful Thursday. She sent in a $5 Thankful Thursday. Jen, you work here. Damn it. Stop it. Jen said thankful Thursday. Cece sent in a $5 thankful Thursday and said, what are things I would sell to see Metallica? Alex, happy TT, Care Bear. And I won't tell you what they were, but they're hilarious. I won't tell you, because that's just between me and her. But, and then PB Dubs, thank you, brother. Oh, shit, I put the wrong number. PB Dubs sent in a $7, not a $5. He sent in a $7. I don't know why that says 5. It should say 7. That's wrong. That is wrong. That's not correct. Fix that. No, I can't. It'll take forever. But PB Dubs sent in a $7 Thankful Thursday. Thank you, Dubs. You're the best. And he gave me a walk to buy. Oh, excuse me. Lord Jesus. That's... Sylvia's the best. Sylvia's fantastic. Is there ever any decent exposure? That's a good question, Tony. That's a really good question. I think if you're hot, maybe. Oh, my God. Man, that was bad. Arrested for indecent exposure, released for lack of evidence. Joe Pro, that's funny. That's real funny. That's fantastic. The CC's are running around with your dick out. It ain't your birthday. Well, I'm allowed to do what I want to do, sir. It's my dick. I can do as I please with it. That sounded very creepy. Never mind. All right, let's get to... There's a couple of stories that I wanted to discuss with you today. By the way, is anybody shocked OKC favored by 5.5? I mean, I'm not. I disagree with Kelly, by the way. I think the Thunder, especially if Halliburton doesn't play tonight, I don't think that, I don't think what's some names is finishing off, I don't think they're finishing off. I don't think the Pacers have what it takes to win without Tyrese. Just me. Sorry, I was just checking something real quick. Okay, we're good there. Close. And close. Yep. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Cool. All right, then. Oh, shit. Hold on. Donna, you are the best. Donna just sent in a $10 Thankful Thursday. Donna, I love you. You're the best. You didn't need to do that. Donna. Here, look. Let me do this. Hold on. Let's see, 3. Watch this. There we go. And then I can fix Dubs too. Look at that. 7. That's a 7. Yay. Fixed it. Thank you, Donna. You're the best. Alex, you're on I-10 leaving Beaumont. Tyrese Herkel. Bro, did you, that montage? Oh my God. That montage you sent. So fantastic. Was that you that sent me that montage of the Tyrese Halliburton? Walt, was that you that sent that to me? Someone sent me a montage of like Tyrese Halliburton with doing like was it on IG? I want to play that for the people. That shit was hilarious. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see.
Heck yeah!
Hey, Chris! Chris, thank you for resubscribing for 28 months, homie. Good to see you, pimp. Long time no see. Let's see. Where did Walt send me that? How you been, Chris? You good, pimping? Oh, there we go. Oh, let me see. Where was it? Somebody. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is crazy. Copy link. Paste. Go. Oh man, can I make this full screen? Okay, here we go. Check this out, you guys. This is fucking hilarious. Here we go. This is a montage. I wish I could make this full screen, but whatevs. Look at this. Oh, you know what I could do? Watch this shit. Hold on. Check this. Check this out. Check this out. Let's do this. Watch. 28. We'll do this twice. Boom. And boom. Just because I want y'all to be able to see it good. It's so good. All right. And you should be able to hear it now. Okay, here we go. Check it out.
Family matters.
What the hell? 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 What the hell, Auntie? What the hell on? What the hell, Barry? What the hell, Burton? What the hell, Brian James? What the hell, Cyrus?
Oh my God. Houseway. How? Did y'all see that shit? Did y'all see that shit? Look.
Halliburton plays like Steve Urkel when he was dominating that episode of Family Matters.
What the hell? 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 What the hell?
That's way too accurate.
With the heli on, with the heli Berry, with the heli Burton, with the heli Brian James, with the heli Cyrus.
Why is this so accurate? Yo, why is that so accurate? Oh my God, that's so fantastic. I don't know who put that together. That took a lot of time, but God bless them. That's fantastic. That was, mwah, that was fantastic. So accurate. Walt sent me that. I was shitting my pants when I watched that. Behind the back pass just cost me half a beer. Bro, I was just like, how? Who found all of these? Too good. All right. There was this article put out by The Athletic. And by the way, no more time. Oh, one more time? You want me to run it again? Oh, fuck. I just deleted it all. Shit. Now I got to go re-edit everything because I've moved all the shit. And then I just was like, okay, I don't need that no more. Delete. Fuck. See, I done drank too much for this shit. I'll send you the link. Here, I'll post the link in the chat. Copy link. Boop. And boop. There you go. Link in the chat. That's easier. There you go. I sent it. He said, all good. Just tell Walt to send it. I sent it. John Rose said, send you what? CC, the link or the drink? And she said, yes. I saw, what the fuck? Oh, by the way, if there's anything y'all want to talk about, just let me know. And I feel like I missed an Ask Me Anything. There we go. Has Ray Lucio ever wanted to fight you for how you've been to his sister? Okay. The fuck do you mean how I've been to his sister, bitch? What the fuck? Like, what do you... I treat this woman like a queen, bro. What in the fuck are you talking about? That is my Aztec queen. The fuck you talking about how I've been to his sister? That I've been nothing but amazing to his sister. I treat that woman like a queen. I love that woman. I treat her with the utmost respect that she deserves. I treat that woman with kindness, with compassion, with love and respect. Just because you don't, just because you maybe treat your woman with disrespect and disregard would make her brother want to whoop your ass, Hugo. Ray knows. CC, I'm trying to be dramatic in this bitch. Do you mind? God damn it, CC. CC goes, I think he means when you don't shower. All right, that's very disrespectful. That's very disrespectful. There's nothing worse when you go down on somebody. You're like, oh, goddamn. Oh. It smells like a pack of hogs down in this bitch. Oh. Men and women, okay? Men and women. By the way, fellas, your balls stank. Just so you know, fellas, your balls stank. I know fellas like to be like, ugh, girl be stinking. Your balls stank, fellas. Your balls stank. If you've never done a cup check, look, I want you to take 2. Get them, rub them up under your ball. Up under. No, pick them up. Underneath. Give it one of them. And you're going to be like, God damn. Yeah, that's what she's dealing with. That's you. That's you. That's your funky ass. She's dealing with that. At the end of the day. Yeah. That's you. So your woman is a trooper. And, you know, you need to handle your business. So y'all can make fun of me all you want, but I know appropriate times. If you catch my drift. Don't use Axe, fellas. No. Listen, this whole like body spray stuff, like if you just, that's just masking the problem. It just makes it taste like ugh. Don't do that. No. Wash your ass. If you're going to ask a girl to go down there, just wash your ass first. That's it. You can't. No. If you know, just wash your ass first. And let's be real. Once you get past the age of 30, you plan it. It's like vacations and weddings and dinner. Like you pretty much is planning. Spontaneous goes out the window after 30. You got to make an appointment. That's just how it goes. That's just a fact. After 30, it's just like, oh, I can pencil you in at 9:30. Yeah, I got you down for 9:30. You gonna wash your ass at 9:15, and then I got you down for a 9:30 sucking. Okay. Yep. I got you. You good, pimp. Ask TDP and Dre about showering at the truck stops. Look at Total Dallas just getting in the mix. Look at Total Dallas just getting in the middle of them. That's hilarious. Total Dallas just get in there and fucking with both of them. Oh, that's so funny. Oh my God. Hey, I have a cat hair roller just like that. Joe Pro. Oh, everybody stop. Everybody stop. Everybody stop. Stop. Joe Pro, why the fuck do you have a cat hair roller? You need a buffalo hair roller, bro. The fuck are you talking about? A cat hair roller? You need a mountain lion hair roller, bro. He said, except mine is 6 feet wide, weighs 1,500 pounds, and kind of just picks up the whole cat. That's hilarious. Okay, I can't hear in my headphones now. That's weird. What did I do? I done messed up something. Oh. That's funny. You're gonna say, whoa, what the fuck? It was just to ask me anything about anything. Question, not accusing you of being a bad guy. Her family loves me. They know. Nora is my whole world. They know. I treat her like amazing. So, in my eyes, you're Jesus. So not here. Let's see. I don't trust any woman or dude with too much makeup or too much perfume. What you hiding? Now, I do wear cologne, but it's really for Nora. But it's just right before I leave the house. Just a little, hey, I want you to miss me. You got to do that, fellas. You got to do that. You got to make her miss you. You got to make her want you. That's important. Ladies, same thing. You got to make them want you. That is important. B. Hannon, ask me anything about anything. How many pillows do you sleep with? Well, good question. Excuse me. I used to sleep with 2. But, Alec, what up, pimp? Now, I sleep with 1. But, it's the best pillow in the world. Of the world, Craig. Where's my drop? I don't even have a drop for that. I thought I had the of the world Craig drop. Fuck! Of the world, Craig. This is the best pillow. Like, for reals. Just left Volcano Bay and it definitely lived up to the hype. Where is Volcano Bay at? That's crazy. Yeah, that's true, told Dallas. So I used to sleep with 2 pillows. But my little sister, when my dad was in ICU, true story. When my dad was in ICU, I used to spend the night up there some nights and just sleep up there on the couch or in a chair or whatever and just stay with him because nobody would or could or I didn't want the girls to have to do that. So I would just sleep in a chair or they have this little cot thing or these little benches. And so I would just sleep on that. And my little sister brought a pillow for me one time to use from her house. And I was like, oh my God. This is the most bomb ass pillow I've ever slept on in my whole life. Like, this pillow was life changing. Oh, I have a Cali King myself, homie. Nora and I don't do nothing but Cali King. Yeah, we don't. Like, when we go on vacation and get like an Airbnb, we'll get like when we were, we went to the hill country, we got an Airbnb little house. And then had a queen size bed. I thought we were going to get a divorce. I ain't going to lie. Because I take up a queen size bed, just my big fat ass. When I spread out, I look like the evolution of man chart when I sleep. You know that one where it's like Da Vinci's, that man with making the circle with his, that's how I sleep. I need the whole fucking space. I need the whole circle. I need Da Vinci's circle. And so does Nora. Plus, we need that space between us so we don't hear each other snoring and shit. And then she's got cats and shit and in the bed. Like, come on, man. Yeah, I need the Cali King. I need the West Coast King. I need the fucking East Coast King. I need all the kings. But this pillow, this motherfucker is made of memory foam cubes. It's little bitty cubes like that. It is the greatest pillow in the history of pillows. And you only need one. It's not like a traditional memory foam where it's just a solid foam. It's like, think of it like a ball pit of memory foam cubes, like sugar cubes. And it's like you can put as much or as little as you want in there. And they send you like extra so you can fluff it up if you want or not, but whatever. And then like over time, it'll flatten out a little bit. All you do, if you need to fluff it, you don't fluff it. You just throw that bitch in the dryer. Oh my God, that bitch will puff back up. Look like a pregnant woman's belly. Just right back up again. And then you can kind of manipulate it how you want to, like, if you're a side sleeper, you sleep on your back, your stomach, you can maneuver the memory foam in there how you want. I'm telling y'all, it's the greatest pillow I've ever owned in my whole life. And I don't have like y'all know me, I probably should. Let me see. Yes, the Vitruvian Man. That is correct. Yeah. I don't do this. Let's see. Is there like an affiliate program? No. Yeah, see, I don't do none of their advertising. Don't sell my info. I don't even have like. So they don't sponsor this show. I'm not an affiliate. I couldn't even sign up and be an affiliate if I wanted to. But this is the pillow that I have. It's the Eden adjustable pillow. Now, I will say this. I didn't buy this bitch. My little sister bought it for me. Because when I slept on it, I was like, oh my God. This is the most amazing shit ever. Hold on. Bitch, go. Open the goddamn pillow. Hold on. Original, classic. No. That's a cooling pillow. It's expensive. That's why I was like, girl, did you really just buy me this pillow? Nope, it's not Serta. It's called Coop. It's a Coop Eden adjustable pillow. This motherfucker will change your life. Now, she got me the king, I guess. It's $120. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like that chick's wig that fell off. Oh my God. In fact, I'm just for the first time washing because you can wash them. Which, by the way, get ready. Because when you wash it, this motherfucker, I washed it yesterday before the show started, and this bitch still ain't dry. I'm like, okay, I won't do this again for a while. God damn. I've been drying this bitch for 24 hours. This bitch still ain't dry. But you take the cover off, and then you just throw the whole bitch in the washing machine. No detergents, no nothing. And just wash it, and then you throw it in the dryer on low, and you can dry it, and that gets rid of like the dead skin cells and the dust mites and shit like that, and the dust mite poop, which you sleep on. But this motherfucker is, it's amazing. Bro, put him one in the chat if you use a burlap sack full of pine needles. You put someone. Fucking Joe, bro. Oh my God. That does it come with the dwarf massages? No, I'm telling you, man, I can't I can't tell y'all. Look, hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'll be right back. Let me go get this bitch out the dryer. Hold on. All right. Wait. So this is, I'm still watching it, but this is the cover. You can see if you go look at the link. Hold on, I'll put the link up here. What do I do with that link? Oh, there it goes. So you can see this is the same cover. Right, you see that? Right. Just so you know I'm not making shit up. This is the pillow. Yo, this is out of the dryer. It's still not dry yet. I've been drying this bitch for 24 straight fucking hours. Straight. But I washed it. Oh, it's almost dry. But this is what's inside of it. It's just like memory foam. That's the whole thing. Look. Oh, it just fell out. That's the whole thing. The whole goddamn pillow. The whole thing. This some bitch. This is the most amazing pillow, I'm telling you. Uh-oh. I think it's going to need one more drying. It's going to need one more drying. But if you can get one, this shit will change your life. Change your life. Damn, not even oak leaves. Pine needles. Oak leaves ain't comfortable. Excuse me. And you can add or take away as much fluffiness as you need in that bitch. But yeah, bro. That shit. And they tell you, like, they give you all kind of examples of how to use that bitch, but do it. Now, would I go and buy it myself for $120? Knowing now what I know, I might save up for it and get it. I definitely would, because it's that good. It's that comfortable. It's the bomb. I told my daughter to pull it up with her phone. First thing she said was $100. I mean, yeah, you can get the Queen for $105. But think about it. You use it every night. Besides, like, maybe, you know, your refrigerator, food, or your mattress, you use this. This is something you use every day. That's important. If you think about it, if you use it 365 days a year, let's see, $105 divided by 365 days, 29 cents a day for the first year. I've had mine for 2-3 years already. My dad's been passed away. I think I got one in the divorce. Oh, you go, girl. Dre said I fell asleep on the couch. Do you have any Labubu? What the fuck is Labubu? I don't know what the fuck Labubu is. Popular collectible toy. No, I don't. I don't know what that is, but no, we don't have any of those. Do you collect those, Titan Hugo? Are you collecting those? I only sleep with a pillow 355 days a year. That's weird. Joe Burrows said I spent $250 on a pair of boots the last 6 months. That math is mathing out okay. We got to tell Joel happy birthday. Bro, I done already texted Joel. I done already talked to Joel. We might be doing something together tomorrow. I'm all over it, pimp. I'm all over it. No, my kids are. Oh, okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, bro, I done already took care of my boy. That's my dog. That's my ace. What you talking about, Dre? What you talking about, Dre? But you know, I can't officially do it. It's only for Patreon members. That's special for y'all, man. I can't be, that's just for Patreon members. Got to keep it special for y'all. All right. I got to pee and eat. Because all that Fireball drink is kicking in. This pillow looks good. I'm about to sleep. Alex said for $129, that bitch better come with a hand job. It's $119. How much is shipping on that bitch? Damn, they have one that's a cool adjustable pillow for $145. Hell no, that's the queen. Oh my God. That's crazy. They got a $150 pillow? That's crazy. That's too much. That's too much even for me. You hear me? You hear me? All right. Hey, much love to Kelly Eco for joining the show today. Really appreciate him. Hey, love you, CC. Have a great weekend. Thank you all for joining the show today. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Appreciate y'all hanging out all week. I will see y'all next week. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the sports. Enjoy the finals. And we'll get back after it next week, okay? In the meantime, do me 3 favors. Be safe. Be kind. And most importantly, love each other. And yes, fuck Centerpoint. As a staff, a record label, and as a motherfucking crew. I will see y'all next week, man. Y'all have a great weekend, everybody. Much love. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Joe Pro. Much love, Uriel. No. Hey, much love, Flip. Bye, everybody. Look at that. 11:30, me and Joe. Let's get it. Okay, bye. CC's gonna be jealous of what we're doing.
And he's making a YouTube video!